Riders ready? Beep, 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 beep.
At the tender age of 6 years and 5 months, Josh Peters has only been riding in BMX competitions for a year.
You have to get ready and get your kit on and get all your protection that I have and get your gloves and your helmet so if you fall off so you don't hurt yourself.
Josh's parents agree it's not unusual for this wildest of sports to be practised by children as young as 6.
We felt that he was ready to race last year, motocross, but he was too young to compete in that, so that's how come he got into BMX, and this was just to get him used to riding with other people, and he's taken to it so well that I think this is what he wants to do now.
So having noticed this lad's ability, the family set about building a 385-metre Olympic-sized track in the back garden.
Father-in-law runs his own groundworks company, so for us to build it, it's not a problem. And we've probably gone a little bit over the top, but if you're going to do something, do it, properly.
BMXing is now an Olympic sport, and if Josh keeps up the winning, he could book a place on a future podium. Oliver Rogers, BBC Look East, Braintree. Ipswich Town haven't won at Vicarage Road since September 2003, when Jim Magilton scored the winner in a 2-1 victory over Watford. The Tractor Boys' record at the start of the new championship season makes depressing reading, just 3 points out of a possible 12 so far. With those grim statistics in mind, it was Ipswich who made the running, Pablo Canyago finding the back of the net after 2 minutes. After 26 minutes of play, the Hornets had an appeal for a penalty turned down, fortunately for under-pressure Magilton. Luckily, new signing Campo was on hand to provide reassurance for the ref. John Eustace did Ipswich no favours when he equalised in the 59th minute. Then up popped John Joe O'Toole to head in the winner off a parried save by Richard Wright. And some good news for Ipswich fans, as John Stead has been signed on loan until January from Sheffield United. Norwich City had problems when Seb Larson set a lead for Birmingham City. It wasn't until the second half that Darryl Russell pulled a goal back to scrape a point for the Canaries. On the transfer front, defender Jason Shackle has signed for Wolves for an undisclosed fee.
We feel rather unfortunate to have only, had 3 draws and a defeat when we could have easily been looking at 4 victories. But the fact of the matter is we haven't. We need to be more clinical in front of goal.
Meanwhile, a new pub quiz was set in League One. The answer, Colchester United's Mark Yates. And the question, who scored the first goal at their new community stadium? Despite the U's leading by 2 goals, Oldham fought back for a draw. Southend United got thumped 5-2 at Walsall, with Hal Robson-Kanu the best consolation effort for the Shrimpers. Oliver Rogers, BBC Look East.
Now they're all over 60, they call themselves the Grand Masters and they are world champions. Veterans hockey in Essex just got a lot better. Oliver Rogers has been to meet them.
Here comes 4 of England's Grand Masters hockey team, otherwise known as Norman, Terry, John and Mike. They're at Braintree Hockey Club for a bit of a knockabout, having just returned from Hong Kong with the World Cup.
It's just stunning to be still playing at this age and still enjoying the game. We're absolutely over the moon. I nearly cried when we finished. I thought it was just something special. Yeah. And to beat the Aussies by 4-1 is just something else, because they are very, very good and very, very hard.
These guys all used to be known as something you have to whisper around here. Veterans.
Come on, England! Let's have another
And they
goal!
had plenty of support at the World Championships.
Well, the wags, yes, yeah. Wives and grannies.
Do they like that nickname?
They do. They think that's very affectionate.
The 4 are all involved with hockey clubs in Essex and Suffolk, but international competition wasn't new to John French. He played with the British team at the 1972 Munich Olympics.
I think the Olympics is obviously all embracing all sports. You've got canoeing, sailing, the cycling, volleyball and some hockey of course, but it's just all embracing. This was specifically hockey with a great group of friends built up over the years, very enjoyable.
In hockey, if you get too old for this age group, you can always enlist in the Great Grandmasters for the over 65s. Oliver Rogers, BBC Look East, Braintree.